this is Becca and I am back with another Teachers Pay Teachers video. Today we're answering the question, how much does it cost to start a Teachers Pay Teachers store? If you find this video helpful or interesting in any way, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share buttons down below so that you don't miss any others and other people can find it as well. Also, before I get started, I wanted to let you know I have two things going on very soon that are videos that I need your help to make. So number one is that I would like to do some TPT shop critiques. So I've seen this with Etsy shops, I've never seen it with Teachers Pay Teachers. Basically what I would like to do is if you would like me to look at your Teachers Pay Teachers store and see maybe some areas that could be a little bit better, then leave your link to your store down below. Also let me know what you make resources, like what kind of resources you make and how long you've had your shop, so I have a little bit of insight, and I will pick somebody from the comments just randomly and review their TPT shop. So I'll go through, I'll do like the screen broadcasting so you can see it and just let you know, hey, this could be maybe a little better, this works really well. And it's a teaching tool for you if it's your shop, and also you if it's not your shop, because you can see other things that people are doing well or not doing well that could be a little better. I promise I will be nice because I am a very nice person. I do teach elementary school. Also, I am wanting to do a Q&A video. So if you have specific TPT questions or teaching questions or life questions, or you just want to know something about me, or you're really curious about something, whatever it is, leave that down below in the comments and I will take the comments and then also some Instagram questions and combine them all to make a nice little video for you, and that'll be coming out in a few weeks. So if you have suggestions or want to be featured, leave those down in the comments and let's hop right into the video. All right, so if you are interested in opening a Teachers Pay Teachers store, one thing that might be holding you back could potentially, at least I don't know, but could potentially be how much it costs to start a Teachers Pay Teachers store. So I'm sure that you might be curious how much it costs to start a store. And the short answer to this is nothing. So I started my Teachers Pay Teachers store with literally zero money. I didn't spend a penny on it at first. Now I have spent money since then, but I didn't spend any at first. So let's back up a little bit and remember that I started my blog a year before I started my TPT shop. I never intended to start a TPT shop. It just kind of became the natural extension to what I was doing. And the month that I decided that I wanted to start it, I had already spent all of my business money on renewing my website and on renewing the hosting services for my website, and it just, like, my bank account for my business went down to like nearly zero. I had nothing. I was like, I cannot spend anything to start this, but I really wanted to start it. And I really am bad at waiting once I have an idea like this. Y'all, when I have like a business idea, I'm like, I gotta do it right now. So I started looking into it. I had no idea what I was doing and eventually started my TPT shop for $0. Now, I'm going to show you how you can start your TPT shop for no money, and then I'm going to show you how you can start it if you maybe want to spend a little bit of money but not a lot. Of course, you can spend as much as you want. You could spend a whole ton of money if you would like to. I wouldn't suggest it because it does take a while to get some traction so that you actually are making some money. But if you just, if you just want to, you can go for it. So if you are not wanting to spend any money, you would sign up for the basic seller membership, which just means that you don't pay anything up front, but TPT takes a larger cut out of your earnings. So let's even look and see when it is. All right, so if you are wanting to be a basic seller, that means that your membership fee is free, so you don't pay anything annually, you don't pay anything up front, but you only get 55% of all sales. So the TPT takes 45%, and then you pay 30 cents per resource as a transaction fee. Now, this is not the greatest thing ever. However, it's fine. It's not like a huge deal. One thing I will say is that I started out as a basic seller because, again, I had a big fat zero in my bank account. Well, for my like business stuff, I had money for like food and rent. I'm not irresponsible. Anyway, so I remember that I sold a resource and I had put it up for $2. And once TPT took their 45% and their 30 cents out, they had made more than I did. And I was like, oh, that's really not cool. So just a thing to think about if you are doing the basic seller is that if you have things for less than $2, TPT is making more money than you are. Does that bug you? I don't know. So you're gonna have to decide that. And then there are video uploads and premium features and marketing tools, which I love, by the way, that you do not have access to as a basic seller. Now, if you want to be a premium seller, it is $60 up front, well, $59.95, but that's $60, y'all. True story. I hate when people do things like $9.99 or $2.99. I'm like, it's $3. Anyway, not for this video. So you keep 80% of all sales, and then you pay 15 cents per resource for a transaction fee if their total amount is less than $3. So for example, I have a resource that's really fun. I'll actually pull it up so you can see it. Oh, look at that. So I actually have a resource. It's this one right here. Stick figure statue posters for movement activities. I love these. My kids love these. We use them all the time. They're really, really great. But they're inexpensive. They're only $1. And honestly, they're only worth $1. Just being honest, like that's, I mean, for how many pages there are and just how much effort I put into it, I think $1 is a really fair price. Now, sometimes I make about 80 cents off of them. And sometimes I only make 65 cents off of them, depending on whether the person's total transaction was $3 or more. So if they bought this and then they also bought a couple other things, then I'll get 80 cents for this, even if the other things are not my thing. So sometimes I'll get like a notification I made 80 cents from this resource when other people got other stuff. And sometimes it'll be only 65 cents. So just a heads up that might happen if you have smaller priced items. So not a huge deal, you know, I'm not gonna die for 15 cents, but just be aware. Then also with the premium seller, you do get a larger file size limit. You get video uploads and then premium features and marketing tools, which these are really stinking cool. We can get into more of this stuff later. If you're interested, let me know down below. So those are the difference between the premium seller and the basic seller. Now, when it comes to other things, you can totally do them for free. So different things that you need, if you are interested in more of like the logistics of how to make resources and what you need for them, I actually have a video called like how do TPT sellers make things pretty that talks about all the different things that you should probably have in order to make a really awesome TPT resource. So let's look up some of these. Now here is how you do them. Well, so first thing you might need is digital paper. This is gonna be the background for your products if you are not doing things. So you can see like here is, oh, this is really cool. Maybe I should buy this. So you can see here's like some different digital papers. I actually have this chevron here. I love it. I use it a lot. And then also these people have borders and frames, which are the other things we were going to talk about how you need. $5 for like all this stuff. Yeah, 96 background papers, 91 borders and frames, and 6 different fonts. What, y'all, if you are just starting, like, go buy this. Not that, I don't even know this person, but I like it. So different things like that, and you can see, like, here are some different, like, digital papers. I have these. I love them and use them a lot as well. Oh, I love these sellers toolkits. These are super cool. Oh my gosh, like, they all match. Oh, y'all. Oh no. Okay, that's coming home with me. Oh, I should not have done this. Anyway, so you can buy digital paper here, and then you can also go free. Go. And you can get free. So like this one that I have is free. This is one of the first ones I bought because it was free, so I didn't actually buy it. Here's some different polka dots. Oh, sorry, these are the chevrons that I have that are free, and I use them all the time. These are super duper cute. Do they have those little banners? Because you might also come with me. Christmas, I mean, like Valentine's. Oh my gosh, those are so cute. I want you to. I have these. I love them and use them a lot. I especially love that little like zigzaggy one. Now, here is the kicker with all of these, is that you need to come down and double check that you can use this. And I'll double check before I get all of those that I just clicked, because I don't get anything unless I can use it for commercial products. This is what you want. This product was created for personal and commercial use. For commercial use purposes, please link back to this TPT store. And here's the link. So that is the magic thing that says if you can use it or not. So sometimes free things, especially clip art, you will not be able to use for commercial things. So commercial means that you are selling it. So if I'm using this digital paper in order to make a product and I'm selling that product, that's commercial use. If I'm using this digital paper to use something in my classroom, it's personal use. Or if I'm using it to, I don't know, make a collage. Why do I need a collage? I don't know. But that would be personal use, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. As you can see, I have no qualms about all of the different free digital papers. Now here, so again, you can do that for free or you can pay for it, and it kind of just depends on the quality and what you want. Because TPT sellers do a lot of things for free, you can get really good quality digital paper and borders and fonts for free because people put them up there for free, and it's really great. However, some things you might not be able to find as well. So let's do another example. If I need a clip art and I need, like, we'll do here, instrument clip art, because I teach music. So also if you teach music, this is what I have, and I love it so much. I don't know who Dancing Crayons is, but I love you, by the way. So here's like all these really nice, even like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. I'm gonna get that anyway. So you can get, like, you know, here's all these different colors and they're so cute, and like all these different options. These are really nice. Look how 3D that looks. Oh my gosh. That's not instruments. Here's like kids playing percussion, super cute. Some watercoloring ones, and just all sorts of different instrument things. Okay, now if I click on free, and you can do all the different, like, you can see how they are. These aren't even instruments. Those are scientific instruments, so that's not quite what I was looking for. Or here's 10 recorders. Why? I don't know. Or here's maracas, or a coloring sheet. And so you see we went from like really great, oh, that looks like fun. I love David Rao. Anyway, so you go from like really huge options, tons of things you can do that look really great, to, I don't know, a lot of stuff. So normally, so if you are needing something specific for a product, you might have to break down and buy it. So again, how much do you need to start your TPT shop? Well, you can do it for nothing. You can do it for free, and you can download free things. Just know if you're looking for free things, your options are gonna be much more limited than if you do want to invest a couple of dollars into clip art and digital paper and things like that. The other thing I've heard from other TPT sellers is that there's a limited number of free things that look good, and so a lot of people tend to have the same backgrounds or the same clip art or the same whatever because it's free. So that was a concern I saw on a like TPT website, somebody talking about, like a blog, someone talking about their store and all of that kind of stuff. And that was one concern they had. I don't run into this quite as much because I teach music and I make music products, and there's just not as many music teachers as there are for maybe like elementary school. And so we tend to not have the same things, although we do all have the same instrument clip art, I will say, because there's like the one giant bundle, and there are other ones that are cute, but they're just not as extensive. So that's something you might consider if you are going, but if you're just starting out, then just go for it. And maybe once you've been doing it for a month or two, then you can think a little bit more. Are we liking this multiple angle thing? Let me know down below. watching a video about how to make my videos more interesting. I'm trying some stuff out. So that's an example of how you can do things for free and then also maybe invest a little bit of money into your TPT shop. Now, there are other things that if you are looking up helpful things for teachers pay teachers, you'll probably run into things like your website and your hosting and domain, and then also things like Tailwind is a huge hot topic, or email providers and different things like that where you might be able to spend some money. So we talked about the actual store. We talked about the basics like clip art and fonts and stuff like that. Oh, fonts fall into that same category. Make sure you read all of the fine print in the fonts, because there tend to be less fonts for free that are for commercial use, by the way. Now, what about things that are not TPT directly related, but are TPT directly related? So as far as your website goes, you can do a free blog. I actually have a whole video series about blogging. I'll link that down below, where I go in depth into like free blogging versus owning your own website. And I made it very clear in those videos that my personal opinion is that you should own your own website. Now, that does take a little bit of money. I use, I don't even remember, I honestly don't even remember who I have my website address through. I would have to Google that. But you need, if you are going to buy a website, you need to have your name, and then you also need your hosting. I recommend SiteGround with WordPress because that's who I use and I love them. They do a wonderful job. My website hardly ever, I think it's maybe gone out twice in years, and I got an email immediately saying it was down, and like 5 minutes later saying it was back up. I have emailed them stupid questions because I didn't know anything, and they have the nicest customer service. They are so on top of things. So I highly recommend SiteGround with WordPress. I'll link them down. I think I actually link them in every video. So that's a place you could invest some money if you were going to. But again, you don't have to. You don't have to have a website at all. You don't have to pay for a website. I do recommend it, but you can push that off a little bit down the road. Other things like email service providers, I use MailChimp because it was free at the beginning, and I do pay for it a little bit now, but it's still really inexpensive and I like it, and I find it pretty easy to use. I know some people complain about it, but I like it, so there's that. I'll link them down below. I use Canva for all of my graphics, like my YouTube thumbnails and my thumbnails for my TPT products, and those. And Canva is free. They have a paid option. I don't use it. I use the free option. I'll link them down below. So there's lots of different things where, again, you can spend some money or you don't have to. Tailwind is something that if you have been around the TPT block at all, then you've heard a lot of people talk about. It's a scheduling tool for Pinterest. I love it. It's wonderful. You don't need it at first. So if you are looking to spend some money to invest in your business, Tailwind would be great. If you're just starting out, don't worry about it. Just pin your things manually and you'll be fine. So that's kind of the realm of things that are TPT related but not TPT related. I would say you don't have to have a website. If you are going to, go ahead and just buy it. Don't use the free services because they're just not worth it. Email, MailChimp, free until you get like 1,000 subscribers, and then still not much. I'll link them down below. Canva, free, link them down below. Tailwind, awesome, you don't need it. So that's kind of the rundown of the basics that I hear a lot of people talking about and what you need to do. So to recap, how much money do you need to start a TPT shop? Nothing. But if you wanted to spend some money, some places you would be the $60 membership fee so that you can get more of each resource. It really is worth it if you are gaining more than $60. I honestly waited until I made $60 so that I could pay for it, so I didn't have to pay for it out of my pocket because again, I have no money. Secondly would be your website, and with your hosting and your domain name is going to be about $150. You can find some different places that might do a little cheaper. I love SiteGround. I recommend SiteGround to everybody. It's not the cheapest, but it is pretty comparable and I love it and it's just great. So that's what my suggestion would be. And then you can use Canva and you can use MailChimp, and you don't have to pay for those things, so that you can save a little more money, so that you can get a little more money, so that you can eventually invest more into your business. I hope this video was helpful. I feel like it was a little bit rambly. I tried to make it kind of categorical and make sense. If I failed, let me know. If you enjoyed this, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share so that other people can find this video and be helped as well. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me any comments that you have down below, and yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful week.